on the short list of the greatest featherweights of all time, but Max Holloway has goals beyond that. DC, you know he trains at 185, 190 pounds. Going to be very interesting to see how far Max Holloway can take this here in the UFC.
He's one of the best fighters, as you said. He's one of the best featherweights of all time. And it's because of his preparation and his attention to detail. When he made his UFC debut, he had hiccups, but he went back to the lab and he fixed those things, and it showed in a massive 13-fight win streak that had him winning the featherweight championship and defending it on multiple occasions. Max Holloway is truly one of the best fighters in the entire organization. And
what he did in that 2-fight series with Jose Aldo is something that history is going to look back upon very fondly. Max blessed Holloway back in another big spot here tonight. Max Holloway, he has graced the octagon with his mind set on one thing tonight, that UFC championship belt. All right, so here he is, one of the best featherweights in the world, fighting out of Spain, Ilia Topuria. It's amazing to have this type of wisdom and maturity and sophistication at 26 years of age. And that sophistication really bleeds into his fighting style. If you reference the Ryan Hall fight, that is as tricky a stylistic challenge as there is in the featherweight division. And he stayed measured the entire time before getting that knockout in round 1. He has taken his game to that requisite next level ever since, making himself impossible to deny a world title fight. Both fighters have now touched down in the world-famous octagon, ready to go with more live action from Toyota Center here in Houston, Texas, USA. Our tale of the tape for this featherweight championship fight. Now for the official introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Featherweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Max Holloway. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Featherweight Champion of the world, Ilia El Matador Topuria.
Herb Dean, third man in the octagon tonight. All right, here he is, one of the best featherweights in the world, Ilia Topuria, ready to go for round 1. He has been a methodical fighter every step of the way in the UFC. He talked to us about establishing his jab early, be opportunistic with my takedown attempts. He's going to have the upper hand in most skills against most featherweights in the division. So it's about fighting on instinct, being reactionary, and pursuing a finish to make sure that the promotion feels like he's the next guy in line to fight for the featherweight title.
Oh, nice right hand by the champ, yeah.
Keep your distance.
Beautiful job getting those hands up.
Oh, big head kick there. There's that jab from Max Holloway. Didn't take him long to find a hole for that tonight.
I mean, Max Holloway constantly fights behind the jab, and you would expect it at the start of every single fight. The jab leads to everything else that he does inside the octagon.
Man, Holloway at his relentless best. No breathing room for the opponent as he continues to press forward. Oh, big knee to the body. That'll soften him up. Midway through round 1. Overhand right. Swing. now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Beautiful level change. Make him think you're going low and then come right over the top with that beautiful overhand. Great punch. Oh, my goodness.
So just over 20 total strikes have landed for Max Holloway. Well, he rocked him, but couldn't finish.
He rocked him. He hurt him bad. He couldn't find that one shot to close the door. Could not shut the lights off. And now he's past from trying to find that shot again.
Topuria is bleeding from the mouth, Daniel. Looks as though there's a cut on his lip. Thankfully, he's a lot tougher than I am.
Nice jab by Holloway, yes.
Single collar tie there. Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting the head and sort of maybe letting his opponent gas out a little bit with all the volume.
His opponent sees the target.
I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
All right, so now we start to see some redness underneath the elbow. You got to think he's going to continue to attack the body with all of his strikes.
Well, his opponent has not done anything to deter him. He should keep doing it.
Oh, saved by the bell. The round is over. He got stunned by a massive shot just before the end of the round. So now he goes back to the stool, wobbly a little bit. We'll see if the corner can maximize these 60 seconds and keep his head in the fight. Well, I'm not sure the...
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, let's get to round two. Overhand punch to the head, blocked, though, by Holloway. All right, so we didn't see any takedown attempts from the BJJ player in round one, and as yet, he still hasn't attempted to take this fight to the ground.
Very surprising approach by this guy. He's so good on the ground. I would have expected him to try to get it to the ground earlier in the fight. But as we go on, it's starting to become very clear that that is not the game plan tonight.
Attempts the front kick there. I mean, what else can you say about that Max Holloway jab? Just makes it look easy.
He makes it look easy, and now he's throwing them more. He's throwing more jabs because he has... That's one of those shots that if you take one of them, if you end the night, that one landed right on the spot.
Both fighters exchange in the pocket here.
They're going at it here. Huge shots landing on both sides. I mean, geez Louise.
Holloway's bleeding from the mouth now. A cut there on his lip. That doesn't look like fun. Topuria's strike attempt there is blocked. Well, the right hand has been there at times, not that time. Well, he has really picked up the pace here in round two. Much more aggressive than we saw in round one, and now starting to find himself in the pocket. Oh, headshot bang as the high kick lands. Oh, huge strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes.
Overhand block there by Max Blessed Holloway.
All right, relax and set it up, bud. Relax and set it up.
Well, you see why Holloway is such a fan favorite. Beautiful land there with the left hand, and now we'll see what he can do with it. 1 minute now to go round two. All right, so another swing and a miss, and I'd imagine if your gas tank is this low, you got to find times to try to preserve that energy and get yourself back to a place where you can actually dole out some damage.
Yeah, you got to get out to space, find places to rest and recover. Get against the octagon, go to the clinch, find ways to just recover so that when you have that... Gets
on his feet, his opponent in a lot of trouble now.
That particular last was his punch of choice. Every time he lands that overhand right.
All right, so there's the end of the round, and thankfully it came right then and there for him. He was knocked down pretty significantly near the end of the round. That will keep him. All right, so a big knockdown for him, courtesy of that punch in that round. DC, here's your...
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Well, this is crazy that this fight is still going on. An appreciative crowd, obviously getting... Back to the feet now. So that cut continues to get more severe with every passing moment of the fight.
Every moment. You know, when you get cut in a fight, you expect for it to worsen because you're not going to not get hit anymore. Right now, he's got to do something to try to limit the damage. Otherwise, it's going to get real bad.
Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting his head, raising the guard, and really frustrating the offensive fighter a little bit.
Lesson 1 in boxing class, hands up, chin down.
And right there, his opponent's wobble champ.
He's hurt bad. He cannot take another shot like that.
Well, not sure if I should knock his fight IQ, but it seems like he's sort of playing around here. Feels like the finish is there for the taking.
Yeah, the finish is there. And he needs to take his time to try and find it. Don't rush. Be patient. And in that patience, you'll find a punch or kick that will put your opponent out.
Holloway's got a bruise appearing on that left side now. Got to think that bodily investment is going to pay dividends later in the fight. All right, so a good job defensively by him here as he raises the guard and prevents any damage.
Shades of James Toney. Always seeing things coming at him. He's in trouble.
Big strikes continue to land. Back to his feet.
Take your time. Hold him there. Let's start.
And they separate. Well, this fight's been pretty crazy thus far. Both guys doling out a lot of damage, and neither seems too bothered by it, but clearly both parties are hurt.
Both guys are hurt. Both guys are fighting beautifully. Both are showing a lot of heart right now in this fight. They're both doing amazing jobs. Let's see who gets the job done at the end of this thing.
So the blood really starting to flow. Every time that area gets targeted, that cut's getting worse.
It's getting worse and worse. And you see the blood starting to come down. That is when you start to watch the fight.
The connection by him there. His opponent could be out of here soon, DC.
He's almost done. I mean, when you get hit with a shot like, look at it.
Stop it, and he will.
Oh, my goodness.
What a fight. So how about that as he pounds him out for the TKO? Prioritized the finish tonight. Absolutely gets it with style points. A huge result here in this arena tonight.
It's always fun to see an athlete tell you what they're going to do, and then they do it. This guy told us he was going to get a finish, and that's exactly what he did. Him and his team are going to have a fantastic time tonight celebrating. They should all be very proud.
Here is Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 25 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Topuria.
The man will swear I care about the code, but how you handle your affairs is what I care about the most. The man war when it's going off, got me dissing your monthly listeners. The man I write a practice, so we are the practitioners. Eating them alive, it's like I'm needing them for sustenance. I'm not getting big like they've been feeding me some supplements. Never met them when they've been moving shambolic. My side I'll be getting money, that's socio-economics. Heard them on every verse, so there'll be several discrepancies. Add them up, it's nothing but death in your destinies. Set the template from what I've written on the piece of paper. And if I war, we won't be needing any mediator. Feeling confident, then they spot that I'm studying. They claiming they didn't hear, but they know that they understood him. Other than what it's nothing, man. And yeah, the jobs are good and swimming in the deep. We got them drowned in the undercurrent.
You're not fighting tonight, but I know you're anxious, as I am, as Conor McGregor returns to the proving ground here tonight. This is the biggest superstar in mixed martial arts history, and a damn good fighter, too. Let's see what he does here tonight.
I have no horse in the race, but the butterflies are kicking my stomach up and down because every time Conor steps into the octagon, it feels like a momentous occasion. One of the biggest stars in all of sports. He transcends the sport of mixed martial arts. A guy that has a fantastic left hand. He's very quick. He's a master of managing distance, managing space, and the speed and the ability, the eyes of Conor McGregor is something that we don't pay enough attention to when we watch him fight.
And of course, every time he competes, all eyes are on Conor McGregor, and yet more often than not, he doesn't show up flat on fight night. He rises to the occasion. The Jose Aldo fight certainly is the one that people will historically talk about, but let's see how it goes in this spot for Conor here tonight. Conor McGregor has stepped into the octagon. This time he wants to leave with that championship belt. So here he is, one of the best lightweights in the world, Dustin Poirier, putting that status on the line yet again here tonight. Great frame for this lightweight division. It's amazing to think he had as much success at featherweight as he did. Long arms, good footwork, nice submissions as well. This is truly a 5-2 play.
Yes, he's one of the best fighters in the lightweight division, and it shows every time he steps into the octagon. And a victims list that includes Eddie Alvarez, Justin Gaethje, Max Holloway. You know when you're looking at Dustin Poirier that he is one of the best fighters in the UFC's lightweight division and has the frame to compete up, and he showed that before he was a featherweight, so a guy that may compete over 3 weight classes over his UFC's career.
And we remind you, when he faced Max Holloway in UFC 236 for the interim lightweight title, Holloway came in with a 13-fight winning streak as Poirier promptly ended that fateful night in Atlanta, Georgia. Our tail of the tape for this lightweight championship fight. All right, to get us started with the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Lightweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, the notorious Conor McGregor!
All right, Herb Dean, third man in the octagon for this one.
Ready.
Well, if you're anxious out there as a UFC fan, as if maybe your team is competing in the Super Bowl, we share those sentiments here in the booth as we get up on this 4th meeting between Dustin Poirier and Conor McGregor. Their careers are intertwined.
Oh, my goodness!
Don't do it! Lafayette, Louisiana! Your guy has done it!
Oh, my goodness.
Something special about me, you can already tell the energy is different. Confidence is at the highest level, I don't ever see it different.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
All right, it's the rarest of rarities, and tonight it involves 2 of the biggest stars in the game. A 4th meeting between Dustin Poirier and Conor McGregor. This is like he's prone to
The biggest shot that he's landed all night. A massive uppercut land.
Throws a big right hand.
Oh! Yeah, he's hurt really bad.
And back to his feet. All right, so he's landed a few seminal uppercuts already, DC. Got to think he goes back to it.
I am almost certain he's going to go and try to find another one of those. But expect him to really set down and try to make one really count and try to end this fight.
Well, few fighters manage distance as efficiently and as well as Conor McGregor, and there's that left hand finding its home early.
He does a great job of setting you up, man. You saw it in the Jose Aldo fight. The guy will just step back a little bit and bang, drops the straight left on you that can end your night. He not only throws this fast, he also is so accurate, and that allows him to finish so many fights.
We have crossed the midpoint here in our opening round. McGregor going for the head kick. No dice. McGregor advances and lands flush with the left hand.
Lands that left hand. He's always looking to land that strike, and he does it again in this big spot.
Good jab.
He's got to start kicking the body, kicking the head. He's just got to start kicking.
Poirier's now cut above the eye from that strike. That bears watching as this fight continues. That punch was deflected. Nicely done.
He gets to the single collar tie. He'll be able to drive and move his opponent to find openings to land that free hand. Big double leg level change.
McGregor gets back up again.
Switch knee lands to the body.
And now some knees. Oh, McGregor's pretty swollen now in that jaw area. It doesn't appear to be affecting him all that much, but he's absorbed a lot of strikes to the head. Got to figure out a way to raise the guard and be more defensively sound.
Oh, nice kick.
Poirier gets caught by the inside leg kick. Nice crack there. Oh, well, you can still attack the thigh, right? We talk so much about calf kicks, but that's been a pretty effective weapon.
You don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now.
All right, round is over. And Poirier's got a nasty cut above the eye. The cut man has some work to do here between rounds. All right, back to the stools between rounds.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round two.
Nasty high kick. How is he still standing?
Man, that Conor McGregor left hand is just an absolute piston, and it lands again.
It's like an atom bomb. Like he hits people and they fall down. And he understands the power that he possesses. So he's willing to throw it over and over again. I just keep thinking back. He landed it perfectly. Perfect placement. Perfect position. What a huge blow in a big moment in this fight.
Watch for him to set up that hook again now. That's one way to upset the equilibrium. Nice high kick. Oh, nice strike by McGregor there.
I mean, Conor McGregor is a fantastic striker, and once again, that skill is on display.
These guys are absolutely getting after it. Huge shots landing on both sides. Oh, big left.
Oh, that right hand barely missed there.
All right, well, good news is he rocked him. Bad news is he wasn't able to finish the job, and now his opponent's back in the fight.
I mean, you don't get those opportunities very often. You got to take full advantage of them when they're presented to you. And now
that's a successful blow right there, DC. He's rocked.
That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad.
Poirier's forehead is just leaking. Oh! Back to the feet. All right, so the ref referee right then and there has called a stop to the action. Looks like he's going to call on the doctor to look at the cut, and it is a pretty significant one, DC.
Well, he's bleeding a lot, and the blood is going into his eyes. It's very difficult for him to see right now.
And that is it. Referee waves off the fight per the doctor's orders. Disappointing conclusion to that one.
It is, but it's the right call. I mean, this guy was not going to be able to continue this fight with that bad of a cut.
All right, we got some replays for you now. The accumulation of damaging strikes ultimately causing a premature end to this one.
Well, he got the cut, and he kept landing in that spot, targeting the spot. But once he hit him with this shot right here, this is when the referee goes, you know what? Let me bring the ringside position in. We got to take a check on this guy, make sure he's okay.
And you knew that last time they brought the doctor in, that was going to be it. It goes into the books as a TKO via doctor stoppage. All right, here now, Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor has called a stop to this fight, declaring the winner by TKO and new UFC lightweight champion of the world, the notorious Conor McGregor!